Hello and welcome to Sacred Symposium. Today is Tuesday the 11th of July 2023. This is a space where I open up to spirit, to guides, to galactic energies and to divine, and ask that they use me to bring forward a message of some kind that might be beneficial to you. You'll see lots of other channelings on this YouTube, and I like to try and do a tri-weekly, but I've missed a few of them recently, so just coming back on to do this because I've been feeling that there's a lot that wants to be said right now. As with all of the channels that I've ever done, they can be way ahead of the game, so things that they say might only have resonance much later down the line. So therefore I think it's actually a good idea to listen to what they're saying and to take it on board, because even I haven't taken stuff that they've said on board. I have just channeled and written it, typed it out or recorded it and saved it, but not looked at it again. And occasionally I will listen back to channels and I'll go, God, that was so good. God, that makes so much sense. And I've asked that they give us something that's quite important, or pertinent is a word they keep having me use. So let's just take a moment just to make sure we're all ready. Just bear with me. I hope that's okay. So sometimes you have to sneeze or cough or burp or whatever, so it's trying to kind of get that out of the way. I've got my trusty crystal, sodalite, I think, sodalite. I can't remember which way around it is. Let's see if I've got the information. I think it's sodalite, which again helps open up the throat chakra, which allows for that expression to come out. So you ask them to sort of hone in on this area so that they can communicate. So as usual, I can channel with my eyes open and eyes closed. It's quite natural for me to do. It's not incredibly physical act, because most of it is mental channeling. Although more and more they seem to be coming in and being more within my vessel, you might say. I had an energy a little while ago wanting to speak, so Elijah, one of my collectives, we are here with a resounding yes. So as you can tell, the way I normally talk is a bit like and and I'm not always brilliantly expressing myself, but when they come in, it is very clear and concise, and it's not that I am trying to find the words, but I'm receiving information or energy, which is a word, and I'm bringing that forward. I'm like receiving something, and it's I can kind of see the word, and then eventually I get the word. But so if I'm in and out a little bit, don't worry. So subscribe. You see, this is me. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell. Watch some of the other stuff as well, because it might be relevant to you. The channels are beautiful, and it's almost like when the channels are coming in that they're offering this energy frequency download as well. I know a lot of channels say that, but it is, even when I listen back to it, it's like they do something to you, and it's always so comforting and so nice. So why not? And leave a comment below if you think it makes sense, if you like it, if you want to recommend me to anybody, to do like personal channeling for somebody, can do that as well. I know there's a lot of channels being interviewed at the moment on different shows. No one has come my way yet, but should they, I might be up for that. I don't know, a bit nervous about doing something like that, but you never know. So if this resonates, put the word out there. Can't shy away from the work, that's what I'm being told. So I've got my crystal, and I'm just going to sit back now and see what comes through. Probably talk for about 15-20 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Sorry, I've had some chocolate, so that's why I'm a bit which I'm sure is some sort of essential nutrient for spiritual people, right? Right. We are gathered and are ready to input some of our wisdom onto your airways. There is a great galaxy of warriors who are attending to your planet right now. There is a need for this collective to assist with your graduation. Your planet, the place you reside, is going through deep reckoning. There is a resolving of issues and a complete realignment and reinvestment in who and what you are and in who and what you believe in. The old story is no more. It has taken many, many, many years, your so-called years, to come to this place. And you might find that this doesn't resonate at all. But gradually, you'll begin to see around you things are shifting, things are crumbling, things are falling by the wayside. It is the nature of new growth to push past the old roots. And so that is what is happening. There is a collaboration occurring between many beings on many levels. And although this is far from your recognition right now, far from your understanding, we would like for you to know that there is a wave of support pointed in your direction right now, and has been for some time. This support comes in many forms and includes many types of support. So you have the angelic light, you have the galactic input and impulse, you have the light from the divine creator, you have the Elohim administering support, you have many, many creatures and many junctions sending different frequencies and vibrations your way. There's a need to know that you are not only on the planet, you are of the planet, you are, as the planet is, a resonating frequency, a natural phenomenon, as this one pointed to earlier. And therefore, all that is pointed at you, all that is directed at you for the highest good of the transformation of your world will affect you. And so you may find yourself with a deepening compassion. You may find yourself with a deepening consciousness. You may find yourself liberating yourself from the chains that bound you. You may find yourself leaping forward into new visions, new possibilities, new avenues of desire, of creativity, of activity, of business, of leisure, of calm, of peace, of sustenance, of survival. The survival energy will disappear. You will be part of an elaborate scheme of goodness, of support. The needs that you have will change. The way that your needs will be addressed will change. And so the level playing field will eventually show itself to you. It will not be in the future about one having all and many having nothing. It will be about leveling things out, equality, equilibrium. And ease follows this balance. Balance needs to be restored for true growth, for fresh initiative to occur. For this to come into your minds, for this to be, it is coming into your minds, it is being directed at you, not only by other energies and entities that you have chosen to work with, but also by your very self, by your highest aspect of you, is trying to get in. It is as if it has got a hammer and chisel, and it is chiseling away at the outer shell of what you think you are, and it is saying, let's chisel away this old mold and reach in to the depths of their heart and soul and filter in this goodness and filter in this joy and filter in this news. There's so much coming to you if you can be open to it. And we say to be open to it, and it is for your higher good. It is not detrimental. It is nothing to be frightened of. You are of it. It is not alien to you. You are of it. And so there is a reciprocity. Reciprocity? Reciprocity. With regards to how this transaction occurs. We give and you use, and then you conduct yourself in the manner that has been suggested, encouraged, shown. We are guiding lights that are showing you the way out of the darkness. You have been too long in the darkness, in the dark night of the soul. Many of you will bypass that whole event. Many have had dark nights of the soul because their soul craved a different environment, a different world, a different living situation, different community connections. Part of you was unhappy with where you were, and it brought you to your knees, and you floundered. And so you had to recalibrate your system. You had to be at your end. You had to resolve all that was going on and often let it go. Let it go so you can enlighten, so that you can enliven your body and rise. Rise with us, rise and be of the higher realms. It is not like we are moving you somewhere else. It is not like we are turning you into something else. We wish for you to know that this is simply an aspect of you that you have hidden from. Many see it, many see your light, many see the brightness in your eyes, many see the kindness in your heart. Many see the good that is within you, and yet somehow you have a way of camouflaging that with attitude or ego or irrelevant ways of being. But everyone has light within them, and so you all have this, you all are this, it is your nature. And so you'll be speeding forward over the next while. You'll be speeding forward and dipping into this reality. This reality. The fact that you can have communication with other energies and entities at your fingertips that can help you. Many of you, as you grow into adulthood, feel there is no longer any scope for receiving help and receiving assistance. Yes, you can pay for therapy. Yes, you can have psychoanalysis. Yes, you can ask for loans and grants and whatever. But that is merely you functioning within the adult world. That is merely trying to negotiate a way where you are adaptable and acceptable, where you can manage. help you manage the circumstances. Why would we want to help you manage the circumstances you are in? We want for you to understand you are so much more, and so therefore you can change the circumstances that you are in. You can change it by being more of who you are, bringing more of that light into you, expressing that light. Have it at your fingertips. When you exchange money, send blessings. When you eat food, bless the food. When you sing with the voice of an angel. When you dance around, move like you're moving from star to star to star. Start to harness this freedom. Start to see it revel inside of you. And that will give you strength. That will give you motivation. That will take you on a course of movement where you will be allowed to stand your ground and filter into the world very differently. We are not afraid to say to you that light workers, despite being very light and fluffy and angelic and nice, are actually incredibly powerful beings who still don't recognize half of their power and still talk timidly, still are afraid of their voice. We're reminding this one to speak clearly and speak as if she is all knowledgeable, because she is, and she has access to that. And she can speak in a tone that is direct and confident. There is no need to over soften to be received correctly. Speak directly. We love you so much. We love you beyond words. We love you with an energy that is constantly pouring. We pour it forward onto the planet. We pour it forward onto yourselves. Have no doubt. We hear your pleas for assistance. We hear you recite your prayers. We hear the negotiations that occur in your mind. And we understand the worry and the grief that your physical world lays upon you. But know that we have not abandoned you. And despite you feeling that you have to deal with one scenario or another scenario on your own, you are not on your own. You can bring forward your team. This one can help you with that, we are suggesting to her. Bring forward your team and work with them initially for yourself. This is about personal growth. Often you will need to develop yourself to a degree before you can assist others. But that is the beauty, is as you grow, as you develop, as you encounter and conquer all that is thrust in your way, you then are in a position to be of great assistance to those around you. You have a deeper understanding. You understand from a level of everydayness where everyone has come from, because you have lived the physical existence. But then you understand the deepening. You understand the soul work. You understand the highest aspect of that which you have chosen to experience. And you may feel you've made a mistake. You may feel you did something you shouldn't. You may feel you're in a situation which is not how you wanted your life to go. You may feel at a loss. You may feel shameful that all didn't work out perfectly as planned. Many feel this after breakups, etc. We say to you, it is as you wanted it. There was a resonance that drew you to your situations. And often through life, and because of the attention the galactic forces are pointing at you, there is a transformation, we said, which is occurring to you, and therefore your resonance is changing with or without your knowledge. And so often same scenarios will no longer work for you. And so there is a requirement for you to move out of the alignment with that energy or being or situation or location. Because of the upgrade, you are as if on a wave moving further and further apart because your wavelengths are different. Yes, we are bringing everybody to a certain level of enlightenment and enlivenment and light-filled life. But what you must understand is that many of you are moving at different levels. And therefore, your movement forward may be speedier than the person next to you. You may be moving at a different frequency to the work, the career. You may be moving at a different frequency to the location or the standpoint or the belief system even. And so like the waves, you're on the waves and they move you apart. The current takes you somewhere else. So when you think according to man's rules, we mock a little. But we want you to know your spirit first. You're playing the game of man, which is an endeavor that you chose. But the nature of that endeavor is very different now. It was as if it was a pilot scheme. The groundwork has been done. The foundations have been laid. There is scope for not only imagination and creativity and causation, but there is scope for complete transformation of your existence. And it is coming. It is not going to be stopped. So as your concerns gather, as they build, we say to you that embrace the change without holding on to it. Let it come and let it go. Let it flow. Let it be there and then be gone. We do not wish for you anymore to hold on to resonance, to need to clarify or dissect or resolve or defend choices. You are flowing with the river of change, the river of blessings, as this one pointed to earlier. And that is it. In your new foundation, standing with your new feet on the new earth. It is a very different scene. So we advise you, use the energy of this message. Listen to it again and again should you need to. It is there as a reminder. It is there as a frequency upgrade. It is there to absolve you of all of your over aching worry. Worry affects your health, people. It causes you immense stress, and it makes you volatile in a way. It is the Trojan horse. It is undiagnosed. It is undiagnosed repression of a system. We want for you to feel lighthearted. We want for you to embrace joy. We want for you to feel lighter. We want for you to lighten your body. We would appreciate the interest and possible attending to your energy system. In other words, we would like for you to embrace your energy system. We would like for you to take activity where you engage with your energy system. We would like for you to become knowledgeable about your energy system. We would like for you to garner wisdom from your own energy system. Your physical system is energetic as well as physical. And so within the physicality, not only do you have energy running through you, but your actual physicalness is energy. And so it is fundamental as a stepping stone that you acknowledge this. Obviously, we do not wish for you to do a master's degree in this, but there is an acknowledgement and there is an experiential aspect that we would wish for you to use to upgrade your system and to make you feel at ease. With all the light coming in and all the energy coming in, there is it's a foreign feeling to many. It can cause all kinds of physical upset, headaches, tensions, disturbances within the physical. And so as this light and plasma enters and shifts you by your very nature are becoming different, and therefore there will be a need to understand that and be accepting of that. We feel the energy is a bit slower and gapier now. And that is due to the fact that we are coming towards the end of our sermon. But we would like to say to you, it has been a joy. We would like to say to you that we always wish to communicate with you. Always. If we could do this for this one, 9 to 5, 7 days a week, whoa, what a place we would have. What a new earth we would be residing on. But we understand your restricted nature of existence. We understand the complexities of your daily grind. And so we will appear as often as we can when this one is able and willing to bring forward something which you will find comforting, something which you will find encouraging. And to know that we're here and you can call upon us. You can call upon your own team. You can get to know your own team. The ideal scenario is that we are all with you. We, being your teams from the higher realms, are all with you. You as individuals will have communicated and connected with your own team behind you. And what an amazing, amazing new existence that will be for you. How will you greet each other? How will you converse with each other? How will you look at each other in the eye? Should you be aware that your team is with you and their team is with them? And you can have mediocre conversation, or you can have higher 5D conversation, or higher conversation, or you can mix and mingle your teams. We understand the human sense coming in now saying, yes, but what about work? What about pay? What about bills? Like we say, the nature of your world is changing. The functions within your world will change. And therefore, all positions will be moved on the chest, will be moved on the chess board. So the game is changing, the rules are changing. Your instructions will be coming through differently. So we want you to go forward now into the week, rested, feeling at ease, feeling joyful. Because should the week end and all of this end, what kind of week did you have? What did you spend your hours thinking about? What did you do in the world? And we are not saying that you have to do. I didn't get this done. I didn't get that done. I didn't do that. I didn't speak to that person. I didn't get that resolved. Oh my goodness, what a week. We are saying, don't take it for granted. Embrace every moment. It's purely there for your experience. So go into the back of your head, go in, right into the back of your skull and look at the world from back there. Look at the world and see how it's presented to you and see all of the elements which you might notice are changing slightly. Are the trees more alive? Is the sun sending you signals? Is there a message in the breeze? Is it whispering something to you? Do the animals come close for love and comfort and to connect? Are you connecting to the natural world differently? What are you feeling? What are you sensing? What are you seeing? There's great growth for you. And as always, it is seen and it is guided, and we are here as a backdrop, you might say, to all of your endeavours. And we wish you well on this week, and we want you to take it easy. We want you to enjoy it. We want you to notice the world around you like you have that sudden alert looking. When everything's collapsing and suddenly everything becomes so real. See it with those eyes and see beyond your physical eyes. See it with your psychic eyes. See beyond the physical. Look at what's around the physical. Look at the trees and the leaves, and then look at what's between the leaves. Look at the energy. Start to notice the energy. Start to notice the energy bodies that pass you on the street. Notice their energy. Does it feel good? Does it feel bad? Do you want to engage? Do you want to pull back? Are you drawn to their energy? Do you feel you want to help? Do you feel you want to communicate? Do you feel you want to run the other way? Pay attention, because you are being attuned. And these gifts that many have been using and finessing and making them accessible and achieving a degree of competence within these. You are just beginning, like baby steps. You will wobble. You may fall on your bottom. But as is with the nature of a child, the drive is to continue. The drive is to get back up. The drive is to walk across the room. So we are cheering you on like new beings, like new babies taking their steps. We are cheering you on. And we anticipate that there will be many of you who, after hearing this, will motion a thought to the higher realms, and we will be pleased to acknowledge it, to accept it, to answer it. We are meeting you on different frequencies, and we are able to come in and support. That is why we exist. That is our agreement. The plan is much bigger than you realize. The world, the concept of the world, is minute in the whole scheme of things. So step out to the largest, expanded view. All your ancestors are here, egging you on. They have realization now. They have crossed over and they have realization. They understand so much more now. Not everything. Everybody is growing. But they are full of enthusiasm for your openness, for your reaching forward and receiving and having that opportunity. You have the opportunity to receive and to work alongside this new energy like never before. It's here. It's right here. And they will guide you. You send prayers to them. You ask for them. You wonder if they're okay, and they are. And they are acknowledging that it's difficult down there. That it is tough. That is not missed. All the realms understand. And it is only those with toughness within that take this step. You have shown great courage in taking the step of being born. So that's commended. So, from here, know you have the courage and strength to carry on. Know that you're evolving into a different being. Know there is great support coming through energetically. Physical waves of energy which are addressing the transformation of all. And that your higher realms, the higher support systems, are here to assist you always, 24/7, 7 days a week, should you need us. And we enjoy coming to your aid, so do not hesitate to call on us. It is a joy for us, and we relish every moment that we can feel more joyful. So to assist you allows us to expand in our joy, expand in our motivation, in our momentum, in our growth, in our city, we would like to say. Thank you very much. We are going to step back now. And we reference the nature of this energy, which is Elijah. Thank you. We will step back. Okay, wow. Just the plane was coming over and then they were kind of like coming back, so it was like, oh, that's interesting. It's like they've all got on the plane and now they're off. I don't know if you could hear that plane, but I could hear like a plane quite low. Thank you very much. That was Elijah. Thank you, Elijah, and all the team and all the ancestors. There was like groups of ancestors here as well. There was a team all round. Nice message. I'll have to listen to it back just to get it all. Helicopter now. There seems to be a lot going on in the skies. Eyes to the skies, people. Eyes to the skies. Take care of yourself. I hope that's helped. I hope you resonate. Listen to it again and again just to get the frequency downloads and get the message. You'll sometimes pick up on something they said earlier at one point, and then you might pick up on something they said later at a different point, and then as you listen day to day and your week might go on, you might listen to it again, and then all of a sudden the thing that you had heard at the beginning, it might go deeper because you've had some experiences in that few days, and so you receive it deeper. Thank you very much. There's not much else I can say. I'm feeling kind of buzzy and quite powerful, actually. I think they were giving me that sense of power and sense of speaking almost from your solar plexus, that just below your ribs, that power center. It felt very direct. So perhaps I need to be a little bit more direct in my life as well. Oh, yeah, you can see another airplane flying by. Lots going on in the skies. Anyway, take care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon. All the best. Thank you so much. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, yada yada.